Hello everybody, we come from Universitas Pelita Harapan Surabaya. Today, we will talk about the unique features of Indonesian businesses and industries. But first, we want to introduce ourselves. My name is Duhita and we have Joe Moninkain here and David Wijaya and Jason Jugito. We are all come from the Faculty of Economy and the major of International Business Management.
Indonesia is one of the world's leading emerging economies and the largest economy in Southeast Asia. Indonesia's large domestic market offers a wide range of investment opportunities, political and economic stability, and the improvements to the regulatory and economic environment underpin a growing emphasis on attracting foreign investment. Indonesia's economy was among the top worldwide performers due to a number of factors, including strong domestic demand and rich natural resources. Solid microeconomic fundamentals, stable currency, and recent upgrades in bond ratings have made Indonesia an economy to watch in coming decades. From the US Department of Commerce, more than 60 million low-income Indonesian workers are projected to join the middle class in coming decade, significantly increasing the already strong consumer demand. Retailers operating in Indonesia may see slightly slower sales growth this year as prices rise due to higher costs for manufacturers brought on by minimum wage increases and larger electricity bills.
Number companies and industry in Indonesia by 2012. There are 48,170 businesses and industry that include the brand names, exporters, importers, manufacturers, shareholders. Their source of income, generally, the major sources of finance in Indonesia are local and multinational banks. That's including the Sharia banks, and also the financing companies and the stock exchange. The manufacturing industry still plays the biggest contributor to GDP by 26.4%, followed by agriculture, forestry, and fisheries, and then trade, hotel and restaurants, and mining sectors, and also services sectors. The sector of industry in Indonesia consists of two types. First, in oil and gas industries, and second is non-oil and gas industries. The business classification, there are consists of three types. The first is a small micro enterprises. Many of them are in Indonesia, which is in the form of home industries, and also some of them can be found in every corner in Indonesian cities, like the street vendors and the fruit street vendors. And the second is the medium enterprises, is the regional franchise company. The example is Rumah Makan Sederhana, and also the small capital for starting the businesses. The example is the Indomaret. And the third is large enterprises. This is the government-owned company, or the BUMN, which the company of the country, and the private company like the Gudang Garam, which produce the clothed cigarettes.
Type of business organization in Indonesia consists seven type of them. Limited liability are the biggest in Indonesia. For the example, Angkasa Pura, which operates every airport across Indonesia. Badan Usaha Milik Negara or BUMN, for example, are Bank Rakyat Indonesia that operates across Indonesia, are the major bank in Indonesia. Limited Liability Partnership or CV, for the example, are the private businesses that operates also across Indonesia and controlled by the regional of. Here's are the 10 corporations in Indonesia. Telecom was number one. Is the BUMN company that profits 7.6 billion US dollar. The source are the Forbes 2000 as of April 2012. Most of the corporation in this list are the BUMN companies, and Gudang Garam are the one of them are the private companies, and make the fifth on the list. Indonesia is 108th freest in the world as of 2013 for economic freedom. As a result, an estimate of 400 Australian firms operate in Indonesia in a range of sectors, including mining, construction, finance and banking, food and beverages, and transport. There have been more than 100 two-way ministerial visits between Australia and Indonesia since 2007, and that's based on the website in government of Australia and the Heritage Foundation. Uniqueness of Indonesia consists four: government, culture, tradition, people, and the prime communities. For the government, the decentralization of startup business. Since 1950s, the Indonesian government has been actively nurturing cluster industries through providing particular policies called pembinaan or training, from providing both financial and technical assistance to enforcing particular regulation such as the foster father. Recently, such programs have been renewed since cluster industries are regarded as contributing significantly to the Indonesian economy. And second of them is the culture tradition. It is high influence of how business and industry is conducted. The national culture in the identity of Indonesia derives from this diversity which yet unites the people and the nation, indeed unique among the countries of the world. People, Indonesia is highly productive relationship that encompasses political, security, commercial, environmental, cultural, and people-to-people links, and prime communities, the various natural resources available. Why Indonesia?
Why to choose the Indonesia is because the first, the location. The location of Indonesia is a vital international transport routes. Indonesia is located between two continents, which is Asia and Australia, and two oceans, Pacific and Indians, which put it in a strategic location for international transport routes. One of the most important transport routes vital for international transport and used by international shipping for business purposes in Malacca Strait, which the border between Indonesia and Malaysia.
The second reason why Indonesia is the perfect place for business is the vast and fertile land that enriches the natural resource. Ranked as the 16th largest country in the world, Indonesia, with the tropical climate and humidity, is rich in natural resources. Indonesia's crude palm oil is ranked as the best in the world, while its tin, cocoa, and copper occupy the second position. Other natural resources such as nickel, gold, and copper are ranked 5th, 7th, and 8th, respectively, as well as numerous marine resources.
And the free currency exchange. In this case, the business profit in particular, a foreign investors will be able to transfer the profit of his business in Indonesia straight to his homeland and convert into currency of his homeland without any involvement by the central government. This is one of the advantages for foreign investors as there will be no complicated procedures in the receiving their profits in the currency of their country. And the last is offer investment incentive to any investors, which is like the net income tax deduction and the import duty holiday or reduction for imported capital goods and etc. Accelerated depreciation, property tax reduction on certain region, and also obtaining land rights, immigration services, and import approval facilities. That's our presentation about the unique feature of Indonesian business. We are hoping that this will attract more investors to our to do a business in our country. Thank you.